Welcome back. I'm George Perez. Last week, the Florida women's basketball team tried a bite of the Big Apple, and it tasted bad. A loss at St. John's. Now Amanda Butler's squad is ready for some home cooking against Charleston Southern. Let's go out to our women's basketball beat reporter Kyle Logan, who's out in the O-Dome. Kyle, what do the Gators have to do to send the Buccaneers looking for calmer shores?
Well, like you said, George, the Gators are coming off their first loss of the season last Thursday against St. John's, and they fell behind in that game really early. The Gators were down at least 15 in the first half at one point, and head coach Amanda Butler attested many of those struggles to an early turnovers and early lapse on defense. Tonight, the Gators will be looking to avoid those early struggles, and a strong start for this team could mean a very successful night.
And Kyle, for those of us that may not be too familiar with the team, who should we be looking out for tonight?
Well, tonight I expect this team to go about things in a very similar fashion to their first two wins, and that means a lot of sophomore Ronnie Williams and senior Kayla Lewis. Williams leads the team averaging 15 points per game, while Lewis, the lone senior, is averaging 10 points per game, and I expect both to receive a lot of touches inside the paint. The Buccaneers, however, do boast a few bigs, and with that in mind, the Gators will be looking for success out on the perimeter. Carly Needles has done it all thus far, averaging 11 points per game and leading the team with 7 rebounds per game. One player Butler specifically talked about on Monday was point guard Cassie Peoples, and I would look for her to make an impact tonight. Tip-off between the Gators and Buccaneers is set for 7 p.m. right here in the O-Dome. Back to you, George.
Thanks, Kyle. Now, while the women's team is in a battle for the O-Dome, the men's team will end up being in a battle for Atlantis, in the Bahamas, not the Lost City. But it's not all sun and sand for the Gators. They'll be battling it out against the Georgetown Hoyas tomorrow night. Depending on tomorrow night's result, the Gators could face the winner or loser of Wisconsin versus UAB. Keeping with the battle theme for today, the Florida football team will also be battling this weekend when they visit their foes to the north, the Florida State Seminoles. The Sunshine Showdown pits the Gators against the third-ranked Noles, who are looking to finish another season undefeated. The game also marks Will Muschamp's last as Florida head coach. UF defensive coordinator, who will be the coach of the bowl game, says the Gators are focused.
Nothing's changed right now. I mean, it's business as usual, and we're getting ready to go prepare and play Florida State. And then you obviously have, at the conclusion of that, then it'll just be find out where we're going for a bowl game, getting prepared to go do that. We have a great staff of guys that are very professional in what they do.
Florida was the last team to beat FSU 2 years ago in Tallahassee. And the 6th-ranked Gator volleyball team looks to close out SEC play with a perfect record when the Gators host South Carolina tomorrow night. The Gators had no problem with the Gamecocks the last time they met in Columbia, winning 3-1. The match also marks senior night for 3 specialists, Maddie Monserrat, Taylor Unroe, and Holly Pohl. First serve against South Carolina is set for 7 p.m.
Now, George, talking about Gator sports, I've heard there's some crazy things going on this weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
One team to definitely keep an eye out for, the Gators soccer team. They'll be in the Elite Eight tournament against Stanford in California Friday night at 10 p.m.
Sounds like a good game. Thanks, George.
Thank you.
And there's more news after the break. Stay with us.